Can I Kick It podcast? Shout out to Big Ant. Tune in. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy iBEJAM, back with another episode of the Can I Kick It podcast. Took a small hiatus, had technical difficulties, but we back. I finally got somebody with good, decent internet connection. It's my boy, none other than iBEJAM. Say what's up to everybody, big dog.
Yo, Big Ant, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. You know, I had to get the whole circle of the Splits podcast on here. I can't have one without the other. So
Yeah, bro, I was low-key hating, man. When I heard that episode, I was like, damn, this dope ass, bro. Because I already commented, I DM back and forth, and I was telling John too, bro. I like this whole setup that you got going on, bro. So salute to you. So I was like, man, when I was hearing that shit back, I was like, damn, fucking job, man. He's on this shit. He's getting that good look, bro.
Yeah, man. We got to stick together. I knew John for a little while through mutual friends, and then my boys was telling me, and he hit me up, and he was like, we should do a wrestling podcast. And I was like, the first person that came to mind besides my boy Tommy, shouts Tommy, direct link, was John, because every time we talk about wrestling on Facebook or IG, he's always poking his head in, and he's like, yo, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, this and that. So I was like, I got to get John on there. We could talk about the Splits podcast, and we can chop it up and shit. So that was a dope episode. He has the record of the longest episode. I think that episode was like 2 hours and like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
It's crazy how you could just talk shit and then like time just flies by.
Yeah, and I was telling him that too, because he was telling me, yo, you seen the episode? That shit was like 2 hours long, and I was like, yeah, bro. But the thing is that, like I was telling him, bro, when you enjoying the conversation with somebody, especially if it's a topic that y'all both like really into and shit, bro. Yeah. The time just goes by like nothing, man. You don't even feel that shit.
For real.
I've noticed that. So
yeah, it was dope. Shout out to John. So yeah, like I said, I had to get the other half of the Splits podcast. If you guys don't know, he has his own co-hosted podcast, the Splits podcast. You can find that on all platforms as well. He'll drop links at the end of the episode. I'm gonna start things off real cool, calm, and collective. I'm gonna ask you, what got you into the whole content creator field?
Now, the content creator field, ever since I was little, man, everybody has their story. For me, it really started when I was like I said, like only like 6 or 7 years old. It was like just picking up one of these big ass camcorders. You remember them old school shits from like the 90s, the one that you got to carry over your shoulder and shit. I think that shit was probably like my same weight and shit, to be honest with you, at the time, bro.
When you say that, the first thing that comes to mind is America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Because back then that's what they used, them big ass camcorders, like the ones you see like in the old wrestling shows. Like they had them big ass. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the toasters.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so it just started for me with one of those things. I used to just randomly film myself talking to the camera. Like I would interview my brothers, my mom, and just fucking annoy the hell out of them. Basically, they'll be like, "Man, this kid, man, go over there and play in the room, man. What the hell? I don't want to be on the camera." So I would annoy the hell out of them, bro. But it's just like, watching shows, just watching movies. I've always been into, just that aspect of wanting to create something, or just wanting to, somewhat be involved, whether it be like film or, bro, I even like music too. Like I even dabbled in that myself as well. Mm-hmm. And just a little bit of everything. It's just something, like I said, ever since I was that young, I've been really into and stuff.
I dig it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Growing up, I was heavy into sports, and I obviously got the passion for making music, and then slowly got into making a podcast. There's still things I have to learn, and still things I have to do. Like I haven't touched into like video production. I haven't touched into I have slight, like really really light. I'm talking like grains of salt, like background on video editing, stuff that I could do with my phone and my laptop. That's basically what I know, and then it stops there. Like as far as like chopping it up and syncing it together and stuff like that, like I think I've only did like maybe 2 videos like that. And shout out to my boy Jose. I made like a music video off my GoPro, and I came home and I edited for like a week, and I thought it was hot shit. And it came out clean. You know what I'm saying? It came out 1084K. Hey, shout out to GoPro. It came out pretty fucking clean for being on a GoPro. But I still need to touch on those bases and try to better myself also in those areas, because if I want to do a podcast, I eventually want to venture into doing like the video side, like how you guys do, and put stuff on YouTube or your own websites or whatever. And I need to get into that. Definitely, I need to just sit back and just chop it up and study and learn how to like do those type of things, because I have the capacity. I'm not like what my dad told me. He's like, you're dumb, but you're not stupid. There's a very fine line in between both. So like I have the ability. So yeah, I can definitely coincide with wanting to do everything, because it's good to keep your mind busy. You know what I'm saying? Like trying different things. Like you just got to get over the hump of like I guess you could call it fear of like trying new things. It's the same thing like when you were a kid, like when you first rode a bike or you first played a sport, and once you get over that, it's smooth sailing, because people come up to me now and they're like, did you just start a podcast? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, that shit sounds like really professional. I'm like, well, first of all, thank you.
I'm telling you, man, that's like we've talked about it, man. To me, bro, that whole setup, with the music playing in the background, bro, it's different, bro. It's not, this shit is like some professional level shit, man.
I be studying, bro. See, like a lot of people don't do. Y'all motherfuckers need to start reading. That's where I got the edge on you, because you need to read. Like before I started, I was like heavy into like digging information, because like I wanted to start out. I wouldn't say big, but I wanted to like start out right. Like when you first hear it, it's like, okay, this sounds pretty good. Like I'm intrigued to like see what he has next. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm always trying to like do different things. And because when I first recorded my first episode, it was plain as shit. Like you can go on my SoundCloud and hear it was no music, barely any editing. My homeboy was recording on a laptop outside of his house, and it was just like real cut raw type deal, which was cool. It came out great. But then when I took it back after like probably my second or third, I think after Direct Link and just before LA's episode, I took it back and I went back inside and I edited it and I put the music to add to it, and it gave it a completely different feel.
Yeah, man, it's the little things. But I mean, bro, everybody has to start somewhere. Like we're still, me and John's podcast, the Splits podcast, like we're still in that growing stage. We're only up to our episode 5, bro, and there's still like a mass amount of things that we've talked about that we could improve on. Every week, we always try to get feedback, just to see, okay, what could we do different this time? Maybe we could probably, I don't know, add some segments, or, we're always consistently trying to better it. So everybody, it's like a growing pains, man. Like, everybody has their own, when they're starting something, it just takes time, so.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. Like, I like how you guys have it set up to where, because I do this by myself. Yeah. So like you guys have 2 people, like, it's you and John, and that's cool, because I've always liked, even though I like Joe Rogan and stuff like that, or people that do like Stone Cold or Y2J that do podcasts by themselves, like Joe Budden, he has 3 people on his podcast. You guys have 2 people on your podcast, and like the whole idea of having somebody there to actually counter what you guys are talking about. I think that makes the podcast even better, because it's like now you're getting 2 instead of 1 aspect. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have a guest or whatever like that, because you guys are more oriented on talking to each other rather than bringing in somebody, which also would be dope too. I don't know if you want to write that down. If you guys bring in people and you guys can talk to them together, as far as like whatever's on the episode or the topic of play, but. Yeah. Your guys' spin is different than mine, so that's why I'm always intrigued to seeing what you guys talk about, because it's like John might be such and such and such, but then you can turn around and say, well, this and that, and then like it counterparts. That's why I like the name too, obviously, but it plays with each other. So like that's always something I've always been interested in. And like with me, it's just like, you know, I bring somebody in, we chop it up, we talk about what's going on, or if it's a certain subject or whatever the case may be. It's always different every time. But like you guys have that extra edge of like being able to argue and fight about, you know, topics and shit like that, or agree. You know, sometimes you guys agree, and then, you know, I think that's cool because you get more views of how people feel about certain topics and shit. So that's dope. That's dope.
Absolutely. No, man, and definitely one thing I just want to touch on, like you mentioned, like that's something we're trying to incorporate too. You know, just having like bringing people on. I mean, but we do have that aspect, like you said, you know, where we just feed off each other, like whether we disagree or agree on topics. I mean, yeah, you know, that's kind of like I want to say, I don't want to say that it's kind of like a crutch in a way. So that's where I feel you have the advantage because, bro, you carry your own podcast and that shit, bro. People don't understand how difficult that is. I mean, you have guests and everything, but you know the podcast is yours, so it's like that's a different level, bro. So yeah, like we said, man, we're trying our best and little by little, you know, just trying to improve the product. And yeah, man, hopefully.
For sure, man. For sure, I appreciate that, man. It's definitely a learning curve, and I'm definitely trying my best to do what I got to do. So if everybody out there has been supporting me or the Splits podcast, I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate it. I'm trying out here, mama. I'm trying. So we'll touch on a little bit of since you named it earlier. We'll touch on a little bit of music. What's in Jam's playlist right now? What's on your what you got, an iPhone or Android?
I actually got an Android or Google Pixel, and I get a lot of shit from it. But
no, listen. Google Pixels have great fucking cameras. I don't care what anybody says. Bro, those cameras on that phone are ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Before the whole iPhone 11 with 3 and the Androids with the 2.5 or 5 or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know anymore. Yeah. But the Google, I remember I had a Pixel 3, and that camera was shitting on. I think at the time it was an iPhone 8. I think it was at the time. It was shitting on.
Sharp as hell, bro.
Shout out to fucking Android.
Yeah, for sure. No, and the thing about it is, man, that I was team iPhone for like years. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always like, oh man, you know, iPhone or Android. What are you talking about? You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then it got to a point where I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's like the hipster in me and shit. But I seen that, you know, iPhone became more accessible for everybody. And once I started seeing that shit, I said, yo, let me try to switch it up and try this Google Pixel because it looked dope. Like you said, the camera, that was my selling point for that shit. So I said, let me decide to, you know, it was time for an upgrade in my phone plan. So I said, fuck it, let me try something different. So I went for it.
I was Android for a while. Then I went, I was actually T-Mobile, I guess, because I don't think Sidekicks was made by anybody. It was just T-Mobile, I think.
I don't
remember. Yeah. It was Sidekicks, and then it was BlackBerry. Then I went to iPhone. Then I was Android for like a majority growing up, like for a majority. And then I made the switch to the 10 last year, just before the 11 came out. And then I've been iPhone. It works well with my whole, you know, I got the MacBook and stuff like that, so I can always send stuff to myself and shit like that. And everybody that makes music that I fuck with has a fucking MacBook, so I can always send them shit when I'm over their house, you know, airdrop that, boom, 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 and I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the dope shit about MacBooks, bro. That's what I love about it. I actually got a MacBook too, man. And that to me, bro, that's the feature that I miss most from not having an iPhone, because I can't really do shit, bro. I gotta use like external apps and shit like that to, you know, get things from my phone to laptop. But it's still
So what's I was gonna say in your iTunes, but you don't have iTunes, obviously. So what's in your, I don't know if you probably got Google Play or whatever, but or Spotify. Yeah, what's in your playlist like right now? Like, what are you jamming to the most?
Bro, to be honest with you, man, like, and I think I've mentioned this too. My playlist is all over the place, bro. My shit will confuse the fuck out of people. If we're like on a road trip, like it'll be like, what the fuck? Like one time you'll be hearing some hardcore hip hop shit from like the 90s. Like I'll be playing some fucking, I don't know, like, you know, I'll be playing like some Biggie, and then the next track you'll be hearing like some Frank Sinatra. I'm like, what the fuck? The hell kind of mood we in, bro?
I'm the same way too. Like I've had homeboys come in my car or whatever, and they'll be like, you know, put such and such on, whatever. I put my phone on to the aux cord, listen to some like current gen rap or whatever. The next thing you know, you got Metallica playing. Like, what the hell is this? Like, listen, bro, don't judge me. This is good music. And then the next song would be like NSYNC or some shit. Then I'll like really set the tone off. So I can agree. My shit is all over the place too. So Do you have any like favorites like right now?
Favorites right now, man. I mean, you may clown me for this, bro, but I've been heavy listening to like a lot of R&B, man. I don't know what it is, but I feel like R&B is like on different levels right now. You know, I don't know how many people could agree with me out there, but I've been listening to a lot of, you know, Snow Allegra. You know, I've been listening to Party Next Door. Like The Weeknd's new album was kind of dope. That shit was different, you know, because he kind of had like that old school '80s feel, and songs were hard. Man. I've been listening to a lot of that, bro, and I'm a big hip hop head, but bro, I feel like as of late, I mean, there's nothing too, I guess, caught my attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's been things here and there. Like, of course, you know, we got to mention what's her name? Shit, damn, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Is it chick?
Griselda. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Griselda's dope, man. I like what they're doing. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, mostly R&B, but I'm always finding new shit, bro. Like even if it's old, like it's new for me. Like I go back. Like I even listen to old jazz and shit like that. 80s music.
Not the Kenny G.
Oh no. Nah, I won't go that far.
I feel you on that. My shit is all over the place too, man. Like I said, I listen to rap, old school hip hop, new school. Then I now switch it up and go to like rock, 80s rock, heavy rock, all type of shit. And I'll even listen to time R&B. Not too much because I don't want to get in my emotions, but I think that says a lot about me, bro. I'm an emotional ass motherfucker. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just won't be on, you know, cruising down the street or on 95 with, you know, like some Kelly Rowland or Nelly playing in the
I feel you. I can't.
You know what I'm saying? But like if it's like a cool set vibe and it's like, you know, real late at night or whatever, I'm feeling good. I might throw on some like LL Cool J or some 112 or some shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, good music is good music. You can't deny it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. I agree with that.
But with that being said, what is your least favorite genre of music? Like, what's one music that when it comes on, you just have to skip it?
Bro, you know, my initial answer will be country, but my fiance, she loves that shit, bro. I don't know, she thinks she's like a country girl or some shit, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, some of them shits they kind of banging, bro. I'm like, oh shit. I be catching myself knowing the lyrics. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, you know what's funny? My wife likes country too, and we listen to it time to time in the car. And there is some slept on bangers in country. There's actually some country that sounds like rap, and it's kind of catchy and it's kind of hip. And I'm not talking about Old Town Road type shit. I'm talking about some bare bones, you know, real sounding country shit. And I told my wife, I'm like, I don't hate country because I grew up on it because my mom listened to it a lot when I was a kid, and I still listen to Garth Brooks the most, like to this day.
Oh, dope.
And I think it's to me, it's just like if there was one genre that sounded the same, it's country. Up until recently, like if you listen to old country, it's basically revolving around like the same topic, like a majority of the time. That's why I can never really get into it. It's like either a sad cowboy, a broken down cowboy, somebody left you, or you're at the rodeo with some horses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but like as of recently, they like touched into like different paths. Like I said, some country sounds like it's like, you know, like a pop rap kind of deal.
Yeah, mixing it up, man.
Yeah, then you have some type of, you know, difference in the actual genre. So I mean, I don't shit on country at all. Like I wouldn't say I don't listen to it because when I'm with my wife, obviously I'm in the car on 99.9 and listening to country. So
it's country. See,
for real.
Shit, bro. That's how much I be listening to. It's like instilled in me now that.
Yeah, especially if you've been living down here for a while. If you've been living down here more than 10 years, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Of course. Johnny Cash, man. That's my
Johnny
guy.
Cash. Yeah,
because that's what I would say, man. I think like I prefer like I said, it's not my favorite, but old country, like it sounds dope. Like I do like a lot of the new stuff, but like the old, like Johnny Cash and shit like that, Willie Nelson, I like those kind of tunes too, bro. They got some joints.
And that's how I feel about R&B. Like if today's R&B is cool, you know what I'm saying? It's not bad. I'll listen to it. But if you go back into like the 70s and 80s R&B, like Isley Brothers, Marvin Gaye type shit, it's a totally different feel. You know what I'm saying? Like totally different feel. And that's cool. That's the one thing I like about music too. is that it's always evolving. Like I talked about it on Grimo's episode, and I told him that the whole thing about music is it's always evolving. It doesn't necessarily stay the same.
Right.
It might stay the same for a little while, but something new always comes up, and it's like every time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about how old we are and how long we've been listening to music, and how much and how different people came and went in each genre. You know what I'm saying? You had your Soulja Boys, you had your Little Pumps, you had your, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that come and do certain types of genre of music, and then, you know, somebody else will come and put a twist on it, and put a twist on it, and put a twist on it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's always evolving. I always think that's cool. Like, music will never stay the same. It's like, if I can compare it to anything, it would be like football. Football is the same. And basketball is the same. You know, whoever scores the most points in 4 quarters, you win. And it never changes. The only time it changes is in the postseason, obviously. You can only win so many games, and you have to go to the Super Bowl or the finals and win so many games, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, music is always changing and it's coming up with new different stuff that people have to learn to, like, adapt to and evolve and, like, you know, try to, I guess you can say, quote unquote, like, catch the wave, like, catch the trend, you know?
Right. That's very
so that's always dope, man. Music. We could talk about music forever. It's such a big deal in my life. Yeah. So out of everything you've mentioned, film, photography, making beats, rapping. You know what? First of all, we're gonna stop there on rapping. What was your rap name?
Oh shit! Bro,
I gotta know.
Bro,
I gotta know.
These are so trash, man. Let me tell you, my shit like changed all the time. I mean. But, you know, I mean, our go-tos initially is either super cornball shit or it's like our name, like a variation of our name. I don't know.
Yeah. I've said it in previous podcasts. My first rap name was fucking Spades with a Z. It was the most retardedest. That's not even a word. That's how retarded it is. It was so lame. Like, we were playing cards. They asked if I could play spades. I don't know how to play spades. And when they asked me to play spades, it stuck in my mind. Like, I went home and I was tagging it everywhere. Thought I was hot shit. Dropped the S, put the Z. And right before I started coming out and letting people know that I'm a rapper and showing them my music, I changed it. And everybody was telling me, like, oh, what are you gonna call yourself? And I'm like, well, everybody in the neighborhood calls me Big Ant. I might as well just call myself fucking Big Ant. And obviously, because my name is Anthony, so I could definitely understand where you're coming from, because I couldn't think of anything after that. I was just like, fuck it, Big Ant. I've been Big Ant for the last 20 years. I've been making music.
Yeah. My thing was I think the corniest one that I had, bro, to be honest with you, I was trying to call myself Juice. Because, you know, my first name, for which is J, is Jesus, my first name, Jesus. Yeah. So I was like, just going because Juice. I don't know, Juice Medina. I don't know. I just like the name of that shit. Was so trash.
That's not that bad. I was expecting something a little bit worse. That's not that bad. I mean, Spades, bro. Like, really?
Yeah,
like,
but that's just out straight too, man. I mean, you can make that shit work.
I don't know, man. It probably would have worked back then. Nowadays, nah, man. I gotta add like a Lil in there or some shit, or I mean, I don't know, bro. Because I was not having it. Hey, but Juice ain't that bad.
Yeah, Juice. I was trying to go by J Medina. You know, my last name. It's pretty much a variation of my names, bro. To be honest with you, so nothing too creative there. But
I feel you.
But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, we try to just dabble with different names and just come up with something catchy, creative. But yeah.
I like iBEJAM.
iBEJAM?
Because I just recently found out, because I mean, I knew of you obviously through John and the podcast and, you know, your promotion and videos and shit like that.
Right.
But I didn't know that Jam was actually your initials. So when I went to your page and it actually said Jesus Andres Medina, I was like, Jam, this motherfucker's a genius. I was like, he's a genius, bro. But I like that. Name. Yeah, for real. Like, but it works. It works. Yeah, it works, because you could be walking around calling yourself Jesus and get clowned on. But yeah, it works. I fucks with the Jam,
bro. All through grade school, that's one of the running jokes I get. Like, oh, Jesus, here comes Jesus. And motherfucker, you can't be more original. You know how many times I heard that shit? Like,
it's because some people, they don't pronounce it the Hispanic way. You know what I'm saying? They just see they just see Jesus and they think Jesus automatically, and they're just like, bro, like, it's Jesus, and like, who the fuck is Jesus? It says Jesus right here on your paper. You know what? have it, bro. It's it's Jesus
Yeah.
to you. It's Jesus to you.
Yeah, bro. When it got to a point where I started just like acknowledging, like, hey, you're Jesus? I'm like, yeah, I'm Jesus. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Walk on water and all that shit. Come try me.
all that.
um, since we're talking about everything that you've done in the past and currently, out of everything you've done, does podcasting outshine those? Do you have the most fun doing the podcast, or is there one that you can go back and think that you can actually touch on and do better?
Bro, to be honest, bro, I've been loving this lane. To me, this has been like just fun. Like just I catch myself. This is how I know when shit is good. I don't know if you could attest to this, but bro, when you're like editing some shit and like you're playing it back, whatever the case is, and you're like you're either laughing at yourself or like, you know, you happy or you got like a cheesy smile on while you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you know, bro. It's like, yeah, I'm doing something I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So I've been catching myself, bro, like getting really hyped up about these episodes and shit with the podcast with John and shit, thinking of topics, thinking of, you know, okay, what else could we do, laughing back as I play it back, shit like that. So bro, I feel really happy with doing this shit, man. I think it's either a tie between doing this or back when I was doing like because I have this homeboy, one of my best friends, his name is Francisco Landino. He's he kind of does like these skits, like he goes back to, you remember Vine? Remember that app Vine?
Yeah,
I
like
remember Vine. Yeah, man, he got a little bit of notoriety with that shit. Like it was growing because he had like this character, because he's Mexican, so he had like this Mexican character, and bro, he was getting like a little bit of a growing. So, you know, I started like, he wanted me to come along and join him in some of his skits and stuff. So, bro, those were fun. I really enjoyed doing those as well. And I mean, up until recently, we actually started doing it again. But we kind of took a break like this year, especially with this whole, you know, 2020 Corona shit. You know, we kind of put that shit on the back burner. But yeah, man, it's either between that or this. Like I said, the podcast. I've been really enjoying this, man. It just feels right. And yeah, man. So I would say for now, right now, as of 2020, I'll say this shit I've enjoyed the most.
Yeah, same thing for me. It was like, it was expected and unexpected, like I've mentioned before in previous episodes. I always wanted to dig into it, and then like I honestly, and I'm gonna ask you after I tell you this, I honestly didn't think I would get this type of reception. Like, I didn't think that people would like to listen to Anthony talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. You know, my wife can't even put up with me for 2 fucking minutes. And shout out to my wife. And it was crazy because like I had the idea, my friends had the idea, I acted upon it, I started digging into it, reading up, getting info, studying on it, how to maneuver during the COVID, because obviously I wanted to do the podcast. It would be a lot better, and I think a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? Authentic, if I can do it face to face. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was able to go to Jam's house, put the mics up and just do it like how you and John do.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't do that with everybody. Some people, like my wife is real strict on like having people at the crib. Like there hasn't been anybody over the crib except for my father-in-law in like 3 months. Like she does not play. Like she is like the antichrist of the COVID. Like, get the fuck away from my shit. Like nobody can go up to my crib. So it's like I had to like maneuver. And, you know, I found out the online remote shit, and then doing this and doing that. And then I already had everything else because I make music. So I had the DAW already. I had the mic, the preamp, the audio interface. I was golden. Yeah. So once I started doing it, and, you know, I put out an episode. Okay, it's cool. I put out 2 episodes. Yeah, it's all right. And then like once I got done with season 1, and I do 10 episodes in each season. Once I got done with season 1, I was getting feedback, you know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here or anything like that, but like it was majority positive, and which was mind blowing to me. And like you said, you get that feeling when, you know, you feel and you see everything like falling into place, and you know it's something that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people were telling me, friends or not friends, there's a couple of people that I don't know that have been on the podcast and told me the same thing, and they're like, you know, the quality, the way it sounds, the way you conduct it, everything, the sounds, the music, everything is great. Like it, there's nothing that can really, you know, bash upon, you know. So I can definitely understand like the feeling of like doing it, because like I even catch myself at work, like I'll think of an idea or something like that, and I gotta pull out the fucking pad and you know, I gotta write down stuff or whatever. Like I keep a pad, like a little notebook in my backpack now, and I'll write down like a topic or something that I can think of, somebody that can jump on, and we'll talk about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right now for me, doing rap for like 15, 16, I don't even know how long it was, 15, 16 years or whatever. It was cool. I had a blast. I'm not saying I'm done, but like for now, it's like podcasting is like, it's basically like taking over my life, dog. Like I enjoy doing it so much. Like there's never been a time where it's been a hassle. Other than the technical difficulties that I've come across, it's never been a hassle. Like recording, editing. Editing takes me like 15 minutes now, 20 minutes. Everything's pre-saved. It's not like a song. I go deeper in editing with song, obviously, because it's just talking. It's not like melodies or singing or anything like that, or reverb or you know, I'm not doing any of that. So it's like, you know, editing is a lot easier. I enjoy doing it, bringing new people on, bringing old people on that I haven't talked to in a long time, or you know, just catching up or just bullshitting like how me and you are talking about everything. And
For sure.
it's definitely a dope concept, dope field that I'm in. And like, you know, being around people like you and John, obviously, since we know each other, is cool too. Like you can see your homeboys doing it, and they come out with, you know, dope content. And the thing is, like, we would never know that you were that dope if you never started it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So like,
that's true.
that's back to what I was saying earlier about that fear of like trying new things. Like, don't let that stop you. Like, if you guys are listening, you guys are wanting to do something new. Like, don't let the fear stop you, because that's what's gonna drive you at the end of the day. You don't know if people are going to like you. You don't know if people are going to like your content. But then you never know if people are going to love it, and you don't know what can come of it. You know, you don't know what your future is. It could be today, tomorrow, next year, 2 years from now, whatever. But at least you could say you've done it. And then if you do hit that plateau, it's like, you know, I knew it all this time, and look what I've become. You know what I'm saying? So I could dig that. I could dig that before I get too fucking sentimental on my podcast.
Nah, bro. No, but the thing with that too, like, it's just a good feeling, man. Especially, bro, how I know that I'm like, you know, just to touch on this real quick, briefly again. Like, I just feel so reassuring. Especially, bro, I got my fiance like saying, "Oh, so you know, she's a sweetheart. She tries to, you know, pre-prep when John's gonna come. Oh, you guys you ready for the podcast? I can help you set up. You know, she offered to help me set up too, bro. So
that's dope too, man. Cause my wife does the same thing. Like, real quick, and I'll let you finish. We have two desks in my room, my desk and her desk, and my desk obviously is like a whole fucking studio, monitors and everything like that, Xbox, you know, everything, studio speakers and my mic and setup or whatever. And she has the same exact desk on her side, and she has Xbox and, you know, the monitor for the TV and stuff like that. So she has all her shit on that side. So usually you're actually here a lot earlier than when I would usually do them. And I would try to get them done before she gets home, because she gets home like around like 8 or 9 o'clock. So let's say you would have hit me up and say, hey, look, I got some stuff to handle. I won't be able to do it till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's exactly the time my wife gets home. There's times where I get those notifications, or I get those text messages that say, hey, I'm going to be able to do it like 9:30. Is that straight? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then my wife will catch wind of that, and I'll let her know that, hey, that it got pushed back a little bit. And she'll physically take everything apart from her desk and put it in the living room, and then go play Xbox with her friends just so I can record. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely understand like having somebody like that, and somebody like influential like behind you, like, you know, supporting you and doing what you do. And then like, I don't know if she does it to you, but like when you drop new shit, she'll hit you up and she's like, oh, I listened to the episode. It was fucking great.
Bro, she's my number one supporter, bro. It feels really dope, man. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, my wife does the same thing, man. It's great. I'm gonna touch on that too. Don't think I didn't forget. I'm gonna touch on that too, because there's not many people that come on here that are gonna be married or married at the same time. So I'll be wanting to ask those questions. So don't worry about it.
Let's go.
But other than that, since we're talking about podcasting, was there any big influences besides John and the actual field itself that got you into podcasting? Like, do you like listen to a lot of like podcasters now before you got into it?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's one of the things that pushed me. I mean, I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and just hearing, like, you know, even the comedy ones, like just how, you know, what people just chopping it up, talking bullshit, and I'm like, yo, I do this shit on the daily, bro. I feel like I could do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was hearing it. I mean, because it's so simple, bro, and it's like, it's a good platform for people to hear your point of view of shit. You know, whatever's going on in the world, even like personal stories and shit like that. And it's like, yo, why not? You know, why not go for it? It just seemed like I said, it just seemed like the right lane for me.
Mm.
So I felt like, yo, I could do that. So you know, I listen to a lot of people too, like, you know, like you mentioned Joe Rogan, Joe Budden. I listen to Charlemagne's podcast, Brilliant Idiots. I listen to some wrestling podcasts too, like Chris Jericho, Stone Cold's podcast, The New Day. I mean, you name it. I could go on and on. I listen to a lot of different things, and just seeing how they talk, bro, the topics, I'm like, yo, this is dope. So I kind of like pushed me because, like I said, it's something that I feel like I could have done. Because it's a lot of the conversations I hear is like, yo, this shit sounds like, you know, just the shit talking that we do with our boys, amongst our boys and shit. Like, you know, I feel, bro, if I get like someone like a close homeboy like John is to me, like how we talk, and we just filmed this shit, bro, record it. This shit, it might do good, man. It might be fun. Fuck it. Even if it doesn't do good, it'll be something entertaining, something fun to do and shit. Try it out. So yeah, that's kind of
because you know what's crazy too is like when you do these podcasts and you talk about certain things, you find out through certain people about how much you really have in common with people.
Yeah,
that's crazy too, because there's times where I'll be talking about, you know, random shit or whatever, and either let it be music, wrestling, anime, or whatever, and I get a message or something on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have me on one of your episodes. I know a little bit about My Hero and Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. And I'll be looking at him like, you don't look like the type to be, but it's like, it's crazy because like we've never talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be my boy and stuff like that, but I never knew that you dabbled in that, you know, which is kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like you told me, like when you wrote the email to me for the questionnaire, you had this whole damn resume, you know, filmmaking, beat making, producer, rapper. I'm like, holy shit, like Jam got a lot of shit on there. Like I wouldn't see that from just, you know, looking at a picture on Instagram or something like that, you know. So like that's definitely cool. Like, you know, like majority of the stuff that you did, like I have a common interest in, you know, like rapping, beats, music, podcasting, wrestling, you know what I'm saying? So like you're checking off the list. So it's always cool to find out like how people tick and like how they work, and then especially through your work, like the content you make. Cause it's like you might not know Joe Schmo on 2nd Street, but he listened to your podcast and now he has an idea of who you are through what you're creating. And that's cool because it's like, oh man, he digs the same stuff I dig. You know what? Subscribe. And then now you have a subscriber and he can listen to you and understand like, you know, your workflow and how you represent yourself, which is fucking dope, man. So
absolutely. Yeah. And the thing with John too, my co-host, you know, the thing is, like you mentioned, is we have shit in common. Like, you know, me and him are a lot of common interests. You know, our backgrounds are similar. You know, we're both, you know, our families are from Honduras, but we're American born. You know, so it's like it just seemed like the right lane too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
yeah,
so
it's I think it's a lot easier. Like it's definitely like intimidating at first.
Yeah.
But like once you get the ball rolling, I think it's like one of the easiest platforms to like do, because all you're doing is just talking. Like you do that shit every day. Like you said with your homeboy, you get like before all the COVID, you go hang out with your boys, get something to eat, go to the bar, watch UFC, whatever. Y'all just talking shit all fucking night.
Yeah.
And you're just basically coming home and you're recording it now. And that is dope because people dig that shit. And like now it's like even better because everybody's home, on and off lockdowns. They got nothing but time, and you know, with the internet like going skyrocket now because nobody has anything else better to do but watch Netflix and Hulu and be on their phones or laptops or iPads or whatever. They could just tune in and just listen to you guys talk for an hour or two, or you know, 3 times a week or whatever the case may be. So like it's like the best time to like get into this field. So it's like why you said it before, like why not do it? Because it seems like the perfect time. So that I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Since we're talking about podcasting, I'm asking another question.
Yep.
If Jam wasn't doing the podcast with John, what would Jam be doing right now?
What Jam will be doing, saving money to get his house. Working my ass off, bro, hustling. Nah, bro, because the thing is, you know, because just a little quick backstory about me, what I'm actually going through right now. You know, I had my own place, you know, with my fiance up in Boca. You know, we were up there for a bit. But bro, Boca was getting pretty pricey, bro. It's expensive as shit over there.
Listen, anything below Orlando in Florida is fucking rape. It's it's ridiculous. Real quick, and I'll let you jump back. My homeboy, who used to work with me 10 years ago at the city, he left and went to Gainesville. He asked me what I'm paying for rent. I said, well, right now I'm paying less than what I was paying then. But like when we were talking about the subject, I said I paid $12.90 for a 1-1.
Bro, shit.
With nothing included, fam. So he goes $12.90 for a 1-1. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. He goes, I pay $1,100, water included, for a 3-2 crib.
Damn. Yeah, bro.
I lost my shit, bro. So yeah, I can understand about Boca. Boca is like, it's like the rich side.
Yeah, no, but the thing with that is, believe me, bro, I knew that coming into it. Like I was like, when I told people, what the hell are you going to move to Boca for? That's an expensive ass place. But the deal that I found, it was because it was close to where the college is, FAU. Like it was around that area. Yeah. So, I think it was something to do for, for the students that are going to, stay close to school or whatever. So it was a pretty good deal, and it was spacious. I mean, it was like about 800 square feet, which is straight. For me and her, just us two living there, it wasn't bad. But yeah, man, it was getting kind of crazy. So currently my situation is my brother, thankfully, and my sister-in-law, they offered, if I could stay, they said I could stay with them, just so I get my bread up a little bit. So I'm in the process of that. I want to say by August, that's kind of like my goal. But of course, like everybody else relating to this COVID shit, kind of put shit on the back burner for everybody. Whether a lot of shit. So, but yeah, man, that's what I'm working on right now. Just saving. Just trying to see what the hell I could do, man, so I can get my own spot again, bro. And that's the thing. So I could get turn like one of those rooms into like a studio or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of one thing, bro. Especially Facts. Now, because my fiance, she does like arts and crafts stuff. Like, she does like party planning. She's starting to get into that lane too. So the idea will be, some days we'll use like that spare room or whatever. It'll be for my podcasting now that I'm doing this, or, just if I want to get back into music eventually, or, for her to do her arts and crafts. So, man, that's the situation I'm in right now. And I'm just trying to get this bread, man, and just
Facts. I'm trying to do the same thing, man. I'm trying to slowly work on my credit.
That's the next thing.
Save up when I can, so I can get a crib too. I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger. So like I would like to settle down, have a real family. I'm married now and stuff like that. So that's like the beginning steps. And like I want to settle down. Settle down more, I should say. I'm already settled down now, but. Then start a family, have a nice house, bring the baby into an actual house instead of an apartment, give my dogs a backyard to run in and stuff like that. So I can definitely dig that. We're all growing up, we're all adults now. It's crazy how our whole aspects have changed, like on life and everything. Like, it's like now I get fucking excited over a vacuum cleaner now, dude. It's crazy.
Bro, same. Bro,
dog.
Bro, I got hype because I got this bro, it's been like a while since I had like a good working ironing board. Bro, an ironing board, you know what I'm saying? Like years ago, who'd have thought, what the fuck? I would have been hype as fuck for like a video game, but now, bro, an ironing board, bro, I was hype as hell. I was tracking that bitch on Amazon.
Listen, man, the vacuum cleaner I got now, when I first got it, dog, I was vacuuming every day, dog. Like it didn't matter, dog. I was telling my homeboys about that shit. I was like, bro, what kind of vacuum cleaner you got? I was like, man, that vacuum cleaner ain't shit. I spent $350 on this vacuum cleaner. I vacuum every day, bro. Like when people come over, I'm vacuuming before they come in. I can't sleep on the weekends. I vacuum at 3 a.m. My neighbors hated me, bro. Everywhere, bro. I'm just out of there, bro. I be getting excited for the most dumbest shit, bro. Like it's crazy, man. Like I bring home like cleaning supplies for like me and the wife, and then we clean like on Sundays and stuff like that. I get excited for that shit, dog. Like it's crazy. Like I'm like, yo, I bought these new Swiffer wands. You just slide on the damn thing and like you go dust and it collects the dust. The dust don't fall on the floor. Nothing. I be showing her like I'm like the dude. I'm like the Billy Mays of like the shit now, and I'm like showing her like, look, it doesn't fall on the floor, and I'm shaking and shit. And she's like, you're the dumbest. And I'm like, bro, let me live. Let me fucking live. I'm like, I could be jamming, be over here talking about an ironing board.
Yeah, for real, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh man, you gotta love it, bro. You gotta love it.
Of course, man. It's adulting, man. Growing up, man. Growing up. That's part
Yeah,
of the
for
culture,
real.
bro.
Before we break off on the subject, I'm gonna ask you a personal question.
All right.
And don't say it's him because he's your boy. But if you had to choose, if you had to choose, who's the better podcaster, you or John?
Man, me, man. Let me nah, let me stop. Nah.
Hey,
Nah.
John, we love you, bro, but hey,
Shout
fuck
out
it.
to John.
This
Nah, man.
ain't your episode anymore. This ain't your episode, John. It's Jam, so he's gonna shine. He's gonna shine.
I'm taking over now, John. Nah. But let me tell you, man. No, the thing. Let me be fair, man. Honestly, and this is the God honest truth, bro. Like, I feel like where I lack, John, he has the great qualities, So it's that's why we mesh so well. I feel on the podcast because things where I could work on, like he has it down packed. You know what I'm saying? Like there'll be like certain topics that he's more knowledgeable on. Like for example, I don't know, we touched on one of our episodes about everything that was going on with DACA. The whole thing about the immigrants and stuff. Like I come from a family from that, but I honestly didn't have the full details about that whole situation. Like I should have, but. Damn, I was just staring back, I just stayed quiet, and I just heard John he went on on a 10-minute spree on it. I was like, yo, shit.
Dropping gems.
Bro.
You gonna hear what the hell I got to say, bro.
Yeah.
Putting on for the people. Shout out to John. Let me find out you fucking went to college or some shit under the radar or some shit. Look at him over here.
That man finished night school. He finished night school, bro.
Yeah, for real. Out here. I took computer classes while everybody was fucking sleep, bitch.
Yeah. No, but I feel like we said, like I said, we feed off each other. That's one thing that I lack on, and there's some other things I'm sure he's brought up to my attention. Like, oh man, I didn't know that. I'll bring some points to the table that he'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's a good idea and shit. So yeah, man. I mean, I would say it's 50-50, man. It's no pun intended, but we're split. It's really split.
Facts.
Because it's
Facts.
yeah.
But that's dope. I was kind of expecting something like that because, like I said, earlier, it's the yin and yang effect. It's like, I'm working with you because I see something, or there's potential. You're showing me something that I don't have, or I would like to have with me, and then it's vice versa. So I could see how that plays into you answering it like that. So like I said before, it's dope that you guys are doing your thing like that, and you guys can because it's not easy to be able to talk to somebody, even if they're your homeboy, without being on the verge of being in a fight or arguing. I'm not saying you're gonna whoop somebody's ass, but there's a fine line between talking to somebody and then getting into an actual argument. You see it every day on fucking Facebook. As much as I love Facebook and Instagram, people on there, they fight all the damn time and they can't hold a conversation. I call it the undebatable debates. Everybody has their own opinion, which is fine. Guess what? I understand that already. I'm not 16. I'm not going to get mad that you feel some type of way or you say some type of things. You know what I'm saying? If it's not directed towards me, it doesn't anger me. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't built that way. And you'll say something and tick them off. And next thing you know, they blocked you or they don't fucking talk to you anymore or some crazy shit. But that's cool because that's how they're built. And you got to understand that. Even though you might say something that obviously antagonizes somebody to get to the point to where they want to retaliate and say certain things, or it might throw you off and make you think negative about them. It's like with you guys can talk shit regardless of what the outcome is. It could be like there's some times where I get into a fight about sports or something stupid, and it's like people take that shit to the heart. And I sit back and I'm like, bro, you really gonna be mad at me because I said LeBron's better than Michael Jordan?
Yeah, some stupid shit like this.
Even if it comes to serious shit now, because it's all over Facebook, Black Lives Matter, whole racism, Donald Trump, it's all over Facebook. And the thing is when the whole, real quick, and I'm not gonna. I have a whole episode on this, guys. If you want to, this is not what we're here for.
Yeah.
But, before it all blew up with the Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that, I thought it was right to try to, I guess you could say, I'm doing my bunny ears. It's school people on certain things. I'll see something and I know it's wrong. I know it's fucking wrong. and I'll be the first to say something and point it out. It became to the point now where like I stay in my own lane. If it's not directed to me, if you're not tagging me in something to where I have to give you an output, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. Because people love to twist and love to turn people's I guess you could say in this particular conversation, they like to twist your text because there's no emotion in text, and you're writing on Facebook, there's no emotion unless you do a video, obviously. And I've gotten to the point now where it's like I see something, I just bite my tongue and I just keep scrolling, because I know if I say something, it's gonna tick somebody off and they're gonna say some foul shit. It's gonna put me in a fucking mood, you know. So unfortunately, people nowadays, I don't know if it's because of, I don't know if it's something in the fucking water or they're not getting enough protein. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people, they can't debate. And the thing is, a lot of those people that can't debate, you just need to like leave alone. And because anybody can talk, obviously. Anybody can say what they say, their opinions or whatever. All that matters, of course. I'm not saying that you don't have the freedom of speech, obviously. But there's a certain line where it's like, you know, you got to learn that, hey, if I say something, it's going to tick them off and it's going to start a fight. It's going to start an argument. And the next thing you know, people are saying things that you never heard them say before. And you're like, you sit back and you're like, dude, I've known you since you were 12. And look how you're acting. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of this shit that's going on now, it's like, it's bringing out a lot of sides that I've never seen, you know, before, you know? Yeah. And like I said, real quick, and then they're going to nip this in the butt. It's like, how can I say this without being too blunt? It's like, if you weren't that person that you're portraying now because all of a sudden something happens, you know, let it be in politics or, you know, the whole racism war, Black Lives Matter, whatever the case may be, the police brutality, whatever the case may be that's going on in modern times, COVID, whatever. If you weren't talking about those things in the past and you weren't this quote unquote saint or savior or pastor or preacher or motivational speaker, I can't take anything you're saying serious.
True.
You know, you're not, because you look back on MLK, Malcolm X, or anybody that's, you know, equivalent to that nowadays, like Killer Mike or, you know, David Banner or something like that, that's been dedicated to doing this shit for a while now. You're whatever you're telling me, that information is going right out the window, because you have no credit, you have no creditation to that, because it's like you weren't talking like this 5, 10, 7, 6, you know, 15 years ago, because it was still relevant back then. You know, it's just gotten to the point where it's through the ceiling now, and it's getting more shine than ever, which is great, because I believe that it needs to be addressed in all cases. And yeah, so like I said, you know, nip it in the butt real quick, you know, it's cool that you guys can joke and josh and talk about shit without reaching that level, you know, saying I kind of digressed and went off track, but yeah.
No, it's cool. No,
it's my podcast. I say and do what the fuck. Let me stop. But yeah,
I'm only a guest here.
yeah, Jam has nothing to do with this. I'm talking to you guys this is from the heart now. Y'all gonna listen to what the hell I got to say.
That is passionate. This man is passionate.
Yeah, so shout out to John again. That's like the 10th shout out. You owe me like another shout out in your next episode, John, before I started podcast war, started dissing you guys on my podcast. Could you imagine? We'd be I've never heard that. Imagine if we were like a podcast diss war. Holy shit.
Yo, that would be some interesting shit right there.
That would be dope as hell.
Yo, in this week's episode, we're gonna get in Can I Kick His Podcast Ass? Pause.
Yo, it's your boy BIGANT back with another Fuck the Splits podcast. You already know how it goes down. I ain't playing around no more. Let me stop, bro. Let me stop. Oh, that's great, man. Last podcast question before we get into some marriage questions. Yeah. You told me earlier that you listened to the wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, being a podcaster yourself and a fellow podcaster on the episode.
Yeah.
Seeing is that episode was directly about one subject, do you think that I could have or we could have said or did anything to make that episode more intriguing or better, or was it lacking anything? And don't be biased, because you my dog and that's your dog. Like, don't be biased. I love constructive criticism. I'm so like the opposite of people Like I can deal with constructive criticism. I look forward to like people saying, "Nah, that shit was whack," more than like, "Yo, your shit was fire." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm weird like that. But
Yeah.
is there anything we could have done differently?
Shit, include me in that bitch. Nah, I just
Hey,
fucking
hey, we can do that because this app that we're using now, you can add up to I think like
Yeah.
5 or 6 people. So we could definitely do that. But
Nah, bro, nah. But honestly, nah. I mean, for the most part, bro, I was tuned in. I heard the whole thing from start to finish because, I mean, I like you guys' takes. So, you know, the questions you were asking him, you know, just
Yeah.
about like the different opinions of, you know, what he's currently watching, what he, you know, what if he leans more towards AEW, WWE, the current product. All the questions were on point. I mean, honestly, bro, I was not for nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to dick eat over here, but straight up, that shit was. I liked it, bro. It was dope. I feel like y'all did a good job. Like,
all right. I'll take it. I was looking for something. I knew it was good, but I didn't think it was that good. But fuck it. If you gave the stamp of approval, here's my fake stamp. if you give
said,
me
bro, the only shit that was fucked up was that I wasn't on there. But
well, listen. Since we're talking about it, you need to holler at your co-host, and you could have been like, "Hey, yo, Jam, you want to come and be a co-host on the episode?" And he didn't hit you up. Fuck that. We blame it, John.
This is John's fault.
It's all John's fault.
I'm gonna shit on John the next episode.
It's all John's fault.
On our part.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Can I Kick It episode. Today's episode is fuck John. Shout out to John. Fuck it. We picking on him now. We picking on him now, John. We love you, bro. With that being said, you are engaged. You're going to be married. Yep. I was gonna ask you how the married life has changed you, but you guys aren't physically married, or should I say, you know, by papers, because that's basically all it is. You guys are basically married. Yeah. How did you know she was the one?
Nah, man. I mean, a lot of people tell me like, yeah, shit. A lot of people are surprised, like, damn, it's about time, because I've actually been with her like going on 9 years now, believe it or not.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. So it's been like a long relationship. And I don't know, man. Something in me just told me like it was the right time, because I'm the type of person, bro. Like, you know, in a lot of things I do, what, you know, even touching back on creativity and just everything in my life, I already know I've painted my own picture. Like, I'm a late bloomer in a lot of shit, bro. To be honest with you. Yeah. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, that's just how I naturally am. Like, I have a history of that shit. Like, I just tend to wait, like, longer than a lot of people would expect, you know, because, bro, I be seeing people that kind of rush into shit. They'll get engaged, like, within a year of being together. I'm like, shit. Or I mean, that shit's another conversation right there by itself. But for me, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, just go with the flow a little bit. You know, like any relationship, of course, you know, we did have our bumps on the road, but yeah. I noticed that it was, you know, it was starting to consistently get better. You know, like there's nothing I could think of that would say, damn, I don't know, man. Like, you know, not to say that I have my doubts, you know, if she was gonna be the one, but it's like, you know, we're human. We get those moments where, like, you know, we start questioning shit and, you know, getting into our own head about shit. But nah, man, like I said, it got to that point where she was consistently, you know, we were both had like a better understanding about each other. We talked about things, like shit was like smooth, bro. It was great. So I said, you know what, man, I think it's about time. So yeah, I just went for it. You know, I planned it out. I actually proposed to her at Disney while when the COVID started. Imagine that shit. Because yeah,
she'll never forget it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, bro. I got a picture of it, because the fucked up thing with that is because I had it planned for like 4 months in advance. You know, I had the ring, bro. I had to hide that fucking ring in the crib. Yeah. I probably should have kept that bitch like at my homeboy's house or something, bro. But I had it in the crib. Like, bro, listen to this shit. I had it like wrapped up in like a tissue paper, just the ring by itself out of the box, and I put it inside of one of my video games, one of my PS4 games. I put it inside the box, bro, and I close it because I know that's one fucking place she's not gonna think to look.
She'll never go. Yeah. See, my wife is a gamer. I couldn't have put that shit there, but I buy all my shit digitally. So if she would have seen like some shit laying around, she definitely would have opened that shit up. She like, what's this game? Open that shit up. She seen the ring, it would have been all spoiled.
Yeah,
all fucking spoiled.
Nah, but yeah, like I said, yeah, I had this shit planned for like a few months. You know, we're gonna go to Disney because she loves Disney. You know, I admit I love Disney too. I like just going there and shit. So
Hmm.
we have the annual passes or whatever. We actually had just renewed it. So we had this plan in mind. She had no idea, and I was thinking it would have been a perfect time. But then I start hearing these news like, "Oh shit, there's a new virus coming to Americas,"
Mm.
and I'm like, "What the fuck is this, bro?" And it's like it was getting closer to the time when we were gonna go that weekend. I think it was March 13th or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
March 13th. Yeah, March 13th, March 14th that weekend. And then they were announcing like, "Oh, oh, this is closing, this is closing." And then I was just hoping, like, shit, man, it's only gonna be a fucking matter of time before Disney gets closed and my whole fucking plans go to shit. What I was gonna do, like all romantic in front of
Yeah.
the castle, whatever. But coincidentally, they said the Disney was gonna close on that Sunday. So we're like, yes, we could still fucking go. Let's risk it all. Fuck it. We could still at least enjoy Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just kick it at the hotel, whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
we did that, and on that Friday we went to Magic Kingdom, and yeah, man, I just went for it. I proposed to her on Friday the 13th while the fucking pandemic was going on in Disney, bro. So I mean that.
Facts. Wait till your kids hear that story, bro. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you know what your dad did to be with your mom? What's that? What's that, Dad? Man, listen, they had a pandemic going around, and I don't know if you know about Friday the 13th. A lot of dumb shit happens on Friday the 13th. People getting killed, voodoo, witches, all that shit. But
Yeah.
I took your mom up to Disney World to see Mickey Mouse in the castle, and
Yep.
I married her while there was a virus out there killing people, and we're still standing. We're still here. That's
Bro.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was
Shout out to
paranoid.
you though, man. It's great, man. I've been married now. What is it? 5 years, going on 6.
Oh wow. Oh shit. So you've been
Yeah,
at it. Damn.
yeah. I married my wife at a early stage, but I knew my wife before we actually physically got together. So technically, it was a little bit longer. But I think like
Okay.
a year and a half was when I proposed.
Yeah.
I just automatically knew. Like it was fucking weird. I don't know if it was like a premonition or if it was God himself or Jesus talking to me.
Mhm.
It was like I knew it. I was telling my parents, like I was like, yo, I'm gonna marry her one day. I'm gonna marry her one day. I'm telling my homeboys, she has everything that I ever wanted. She's cool as hell. She's tatted up. She likes video games.
Yeah.
She does everything that a woman is supposed to do. I'm not saying that it is, but like she cooks, she cleans, she doesn't nag, she doesn't bitch, she doesn't complain. Only when you need to, obviously. But she just does a lot of stuff for me, bro. Like, I mean, there's stories for days, but
Same, bro.
she does everything, and I just knew. I was just like, bro, fuck it, dog, and I just
Go
went
for it.
all out. And I plan on, even though it's been almost 6 years, I plan on like redoing it and renewing our vows and everything, because I didn't do a like a big proposal like you. I didn't have family, or I didn't do any of that, or
Yeah.
so I want to redo all that soon, and I was gonna try to do it this year, but again, COVID, fuck
Yeah.
off. So it's on the back burner, but I always tell her and always remind her that I plan on giving you that, because girls are girls,
Yeah.
and they love that lovey-dovey shit. So like the other day,
Yeah.
I was having a bad day, and I wrote her like a 2-page letter
Mm.
before trying to record a podcast, and like I do shit like that, bro. Like a handwritten letter. I wasn't on email, no Gmail, none of that shit. Like a handwritten letter, and
Oh wow.
it's 2020, and I don't think any guys out there really do that. But
That's
I
dope.
wrote
Bro.
her a 2-page letter. I got her some flowers. It was her birthday the other day. I got her some Reese's and stuff like that. So, I mean, back to that though. Like it's all about finding somebody that can not only better yourself but understand you. We've been through ups and downs, obviously, just like everybody else.
Mm.
We've learned what to say, what not to say, and if I can tell you anything, since obviously I may have been with my wife longer than yours,
Mhm.
marriage wise, but probably not physically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Communication is key.
Absolutely.
Like I can't put that into everybody's head. I can't jam it in there every day, no pun intended, like as much as I want to. But communication is key with
Yeah.
anything, bro. Like without communication, I don't care if she's the baddest bitch in the world. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Dre's wife just left him and wants 400 million.
Yep.
He's
I
only
seen that
worth
shit.
800 million. So let
Mhm.
that be put in perspective. And they were together for 25 years. So
Right.
that's just a little outlet of like what I'm trying to tell you.
Mhm.
Like communication is key. So I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, man. Just keep keep everybody safe on your side.
Appreciate it, man.
To speak of, because we've been talking about COVID for a while. Let me just drop something before we get into these top 3 questions.
Yeah.
A motherfucker got tested today. Me.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Oh shit, how'd that go?
I'm not gonna tell you my results because I haven't got them back yet. Obviously,
Okay,
it takes a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
of days. I know I'm straight, but I woke up this morning. I had a slight fever.
Mm.
I've been getting bad migraines for like the past couple of days, and
Mm.
obviously headaches and fever are symptoms. So my job sent me off to get tested, and
Yeah.
I've got, for those of you who don't know, I've got 2 sleeves. I got a back tattoo. I've had broken bones. I've done dumb shit growing up. I was petrified of the fact that a 6-inch Q-tip was gonna go all the way into my fucking skull. Like,
Yo,
you don't
I feel
understand,
that shit though.
dude. Pulling up, like I don't even know who these dudes are, but they look like the National Guard. Like I
Hell
don't.
yeah.
Like they're in army suits. I'm fucking like, dude, am I at the right place? I feel like I'm about to get drafted to the fucking army.
Yeah.
So I pull up and they're like, oh, you're a first responder. I'm like, yeah, I work for the city, yada, yada, yada. He's like, okay, well, make sure your mask is on, keep your windows up until you get prompted, ride over there in the cones until you reach the tent.
Yeah.
Get to the tent, and there's more of those guys, guarding the front, and there's cones, and there's people with like hazmat suits on and like full-fledged masks and shields and shit. And I am fucking shitting bricks, Jam. I'm shitting fucking bricks. And remind you, like I said, I've done dumb shit all my life, broken bones, gotten into fights,
Yeah.
tattoos all over. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting there shitting bricks. So they're giving me the sign to pull up. I pull up. And I roll down the window, give the lady my identification or whatever, and she was writing down all my stuff or whatever. She goes, "Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Keep the window closed so I get back." So, and I pulled up. This is a drive-through one too at that. So,
Mm.
she comes back. She knocks on the window. Roll down the window. She goes, "Have you been tested before?" I said, "No." And she goes, "Okay, well, basically, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna need you to tilt your head back, and I'm gonna need you to breathe while I insert this Q-tip, the cotton swab, into your nose."
Yeah.
So I said, so I looked at her like with the most serious face, Jam, like, "This shit gonna hurt?" And she goes, "No, it doesn't hurt. It's like a tickle." I said, "You lying." I said, that when I think about tickling, I think about feathers. That don't look like a feather." So she's laughing, and she goes, "No, it's like a tickling, like, annoying sensation. There might be a slight burn, but other than that, it's real quick." So I'm like, in the back of my mind, dude, I'm shitting bricks, right? Okay, so long story short, I said, "Okay." So she goes, "Take your mask off. Only pull it down, to where your nose is exposed, and then tilt your head back." So she starts to open the container, and she pulls out this fucking cotton swab about as long as my fucking dick, and and she goes, "All right, pull your head back." So I pull my head back. She goes, "All right, take a deep breath." I took a deep breath. When I tell you this shit went so far back in my skull,
Oh hell no.
I thought I was touching my damn soul. I was like, it was back there, and she had to like turn it, and like you could feel it like turning, dude. And then like she took it and like moved it like a joystick, like a PS4 joystick or Xbox joystick. She had to move it around like 3 or 4 times, and then she pulled that son bitch out. She goes, "Okay, you're good." And the feeling is weird, but it didn't hurt. Like that's the biggest thing I want to tell people, because I was on the train of like, it looks like it hurts, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. So it doesn't hurt. It's annoying as fuck. You feel it all the way in the back of your head, like the glands that are back there, like you feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like behind your tongue kind of like deal, and like you feel them doing everything. And then on the way out is when I felt a little burn. And then it makes your, like the sinus glands or whatever, they get irritated, and then you start crying, and then it's over. 15 seconds and you're in and out. So I was like, hey, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But from one man to another, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was shitting bricks. Because when you see that Q-tip or cotton swab, whatever they call it up close, you think 6 inches isn't big? That motherfucker was huge. That motherfucker was huge, bro. So yeah, I get my results in like 2 or 3 days. I'm on quarantine.
Oh shit.
From my job there, I'm on pay, so I'm on pay leave for the rest of the week. The thing is, I did it because not because I had symptoms, but there's been over 20 cases at my job.
Oh shit, man, that's some scary shit.
So I wanted to just do it now, and because I'm with my wife, and my wife watches her cousin's kids, like I mentioned earlier, and then one household to the other household, that you're talking about up to 6 people already. So I don't want to be pushing buttons, but I'm a hell of a clean freak. Alcohol, hand sanitizer, I got it all in my bag. I don't fucking play. I have 2 masks. I have one in my car, one in my bag. I'm real clean. So
All right.
I just wanted to share that with you since we were talking about fucking COVID. Dog, what?
Yo,
Your boy was scared. Your boy.
No, it's so wild, bro. My girl, she went to go get tested, bro. I don't know if I'm, getting engaged to a cycle, but she actually said she liked that shit, bro. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, oh,
but
man,
hey,
tripping,
she
bro.
might be trying to tell you some foreplay shit for the bedroom. You might
Right.
want to write that. You might want to write it down. You can come in you come in with your hazmat suit with your dick out, no homo, and the cotton swab. Yeah, you know what time it is, girl.
Yeah.
It's time to get tested.
Yeah,
it's time to get tested.
Yeah, she needed to get tested because her little sister actually tested positive for it. But nah, she came out negative. Thankfully, everything was good. Like her family, everybody that lives with her, everybody was good. So it was just her little sister. She happened to have just, I guess, the antibody. So she had it at one point, but they found that she was already cured and she was good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So she went to go test it, and based on her results, of course, shit, I had to go get tested. But bro, just like you, bro, I was like pussy about the shit. I was like, hell nah, bro, I don't want to do that shit,
bro.
I was scared as fuck. I can't.
Listen, bro, like I said, we've all done some crazy shit, got hurt or whatever. Like I said, the most I could compare it to was getting tattoos. Like it's just like I've been through a lot of shit, and I'm telling you, bro, when I seen that goddamn cotton swab, I was sweating. I had the AC on and I was sweating still, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting there like, this shit is really about to go into the back of my skull. Like the back of my that shit, she's scraping the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back where you get your tape at the back of your head. Like she's scraping way back there, bro. But I'm happy I did it. So hopefully it comes back negative so I can have a little bit of peace of mind.
Yeah,
because
man.
like I said, that shit is out there, bro. Like over 20 people at my job so far, bro. So everybody stay clean. Everybody stay safe.
For sure.
Wear your mask. You know what I'm saying? Use your alcohol or whatever, hand sanitizer and shit like that. So
yeah, the numbers are increasing, man. Some crazy shit.
Yeah, man. If you believe in it or not, just do what you got to do, bro. Trust me, because there's people out here that there's people that I know that have it. So I mean, ain't no bullshit. So
yeah.
So
sure.
With that being said, it's time for the motherfucking top 3 questions. These questions are gonna be random as hell.
Okay.
And we're gonna start off with top 3 favorite female MCs.
All time or just current era?
All time. Doesn't matter, dog.
Damn.
No limitation.
Oof. This is tough, man. Holy shit. It should call me off guard. All right. Does it have to be a particular order or it could be just anything?
Any order, doesn't matter.
I mean, you gotta put Miss Lauryn Hill on there, of course. You gotta put her on there.
I dig it.
Let me see who else. Shit. Who else? Damn, bro, that's tough. That's a tough ass question. Bro, you know who I love, and I've mentioned I'm always championing the fuck out of her in my podcast. Snow the Product, man. I don't know if you familiar with her.
Nigga, what you know about Snow,
bro?
What you know about Snow? I've been following her for a long time.
Bro, underrated as fuck in my book, bro. Are you kidding me, man? Like this.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Because, bro, the thing with her, she doesn't just have, like, it's not the flow, bro, but if you really listen, bro, her lyrics, she's saying some shit. Like, she's really saying some shit. Like, she could give a lot of these dudes out here a run for her money, bro. Like, not for
Yeah. And she's bilingual.
Yeah, bro, I love that too, bro. And how she switches it up is fucking dope, man. Everybody go check out some of the product if y'all don't know about it.
Yeah, especially now, like, if you follow on IG and Facebook and shit, she does everything out of her crib, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like, she just posted, I think Billboard's just made an article of the video that she just made, the freestyle that she made. She got an article in Billboard's stating the same thing about how she's basically turned her house into like the recording studio and her video studio, like where she does all her videos. Like all her videos that you've seen as of lately since COVID have been from her crib.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, and they're fucking legit. Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro,
I fuck with Snow heavy, bro.
Yeah,
and she's Spanish, so it's like, come on, bro.
Of course, man. Yeah.
There's not too many of those out there. I mean, we got Cardi B.
Yeah, true. True.
But they're two different.
Totally
kind of
different, bro.
rappers.
Like, she's
Yeah,
dope as
fuck
fuck.
all
Don't get me wrong.
that.
I fuck with Cardi B. She's funny as fuck. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I heard people write her shit though. I mean, I don't know how valid he is on that.
Yeah, they say the same thing about every fucking famous rapper. They say the same
That's
thing about
true.
Drake, the same thing about Wayne, Nicki. The list goes on. So
Yeah.
So you got Lauryn Hill and you got Snow. Who you got to close it out?
Bro, believe it or not, I'm gonna say Missy Elliott probably. Just
Okay, I can dig that.
yeah, because bro, I don't know if you remember her videos and shit. I mean, and her music is just like, to me, like you hear that shit back and bro, it brings you back to a moment. Like you remember, like, yo, this shit. I remember this fucking song.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah, we were
things.
talking about that on Grimo's episode, the episode before yours, and he brought me down memory lane. We were talking about Super Duper and fucking I still don't know the fucking. We were singing the song and we don't know the fucking. I don't know if you listened to the episode. He was like, "Yo, that one song that goes my own thing, don't thing, don't thing." I was like, "Yeah, what is that song?" I haven't looked it up, but we were going back and forth like, "Dog, we know what song we're talking about. We just don't know the name." But it's crazy how like. Yeah. You don't even need to know the name. You can say like, "Oh, remember that song where she had the trash bag on the video?" And then, like, remember this song where she had like everybody had like a big head or some shit.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Her shit was wild, bro. She was different as fuck, man. And I see she's still putting like shit out there. I saw something.
Oh
recently.
yeah.
She's still like, yeah, man. I mean, she's not. I guess it's not being published as as much as before, but bro, she's still active. It's really
yeah. I'm pretty sure she's doing a lot of shit under wraps that we don't know about. I know she probably done a lot of songwriting, a lot of producing and stuff like that. So, but and she's lost a lot of weight, and she's been doing all that shit. So, but she's definitely a big staple for female MCs too. So I can respect that. So Lauryn Hill, Snow, and Missy. That's not bad, bro.
Yeah, man.
I fucks with it. Top 3 most favorite foods. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn, I'm probably gonna say anything. Like, I'm hungry as hell, bro. I gotta have my dinner, bro.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, man.
Shit. Favorite foods. Well, like I mentioned, my backstory. I'm Honduran. That's like my background. So I would say Honduran food is up there. I gotta put that in there. I love Honduran food, man. It's they have certain dishes that especially like we have our signature dish which is like called the baleada, which is basically like a big ass fucking burrito, but it's like the shit in it. It's like it's so fucking good, man. It's like it's this it's like refried beans. You got some I think some crema. It's like this sour cream type of shit, but it's different. Some cheese. You could throw steak in that bitch. Some avocado, bro. That shit sounds wild. But that shit, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know if you ever tried that shit, bro, but I gotta put you onto that shit, bro. You're gonna be in heaven. That shit right there, bro. Once, bro, I'm telling you, because a lot of people don't know about it, because Honduras is kind of a niche country. Like, not a lot of people know about the foods from there. They might know the culture and stuff, but yeah, once when I introduced that shit to people, bro, they sold, bro. Like, oh man, that shit's amazing, bro.
Facts.
So yeah, Honduran food. Shit, I like Mexican food a lot too, man. Mexican food is my shit.
Yeah, Mexican's good too.
And what else? Let me see. I guess I'll say Italian. Italian straight.
Yeah, Italian's good.
I like
I'm half Italian. I grew up on that shit with on my dad's side. Spaghetti, lasagna.
Oh hell yeah.
Shit, the list goes on and on.
I had some stuffed shell today, bro. My girl made that shit last night, bro. That shit was fire. Woof.
You see?
I had that shit for lunch at work today, bro. That shit went down. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was fucking good.
Yeah, I can dig Italian food too, man. That's one that you can like eat like all the time too. At that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a lot of varieties of it and shit. Like, it's like,
hell yeah, there's so much stuff, dog. It's like you could do everything just with all you gotta do is add like sauce.
Yeah,
that's
for real.
It's like yo, this and that in sauce. Oh, it's Italian food. Well, fucking, I'm in there, bro. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure, bro.
And to round it out for the top 3 favorite movies of all time.
Oh shit. Ooh. Bro. It's crazy. I had this conversation earlier with somebody. Well, not exactly necessarily top 3, but we were talking about the, because I'm kind of like a nerd when it comes to like collecting. I don't know, bro. It's something to me about like actually still owning like a physical copy of like a dope ass movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is easily accessible for all of us. I mean, we have all these streaming apps and shit. But I mean, if it's something dope, bro, that I want to go back to anytime, like I like to just own the fucking shit, Blu-ray or whatever. But shit. Some of my top threes. Shit, I would say Godfather. I love that shit. I could always watch that shit, bro.
Hell yeah. Classic.
Let's see. What's another one? Man, bro, I got so many favorites. This shit's crazy. What is another one? Bro,
that's why I do it. That's why I do top three, because it's so hard. I like when people fucking just can't think of shit. They're like, oh, so many.
Yeah, bro. What's another one? I like old classic shit too, man. Bro, you know what I'll put in there? Like, some people might laugh at this shit, but bro, I like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like, I like 80s movies. Like, I'm big on that shit. And that's one
that's not a bad movie.
Yeah, I like that shit, man. It's like, I don't know. It's like one of those shits that I could just cut on when there ain't shit else to watch, and I see Ferris Bueller's Day on the giving it. I'm like, okay, I'll watch that shit.
I fuck with Ferris. That's not a bad movie.
Yeah. Last one. Shit.
Shit, you reminded me that I gotta download a drum roll fucking soundboard.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. It worked out.
I gotta download one, dog.
Forrest Gump. I fuck with Forrest Gump. I'll say that.
Okay.
That's another one that I go back to. Like, I love that shit. If I wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like, if shit's getting rough and I see that shit playing, like, you know, just cut on some Forrest Gump. It's a feel good ass movie. And then it's like a lot of shit in it, bro. All the shit that he goes through.
Yeah, it's definitely a great story. Like, from start to end, it's great. If I didn't answer the other ones, but if I had the top three, I'd pick Scarface.
Obviously.
Sure. Yeah. Obviously. I might get bashed for this one, but the first Toy Story.
No, that's not bad.
Because I know every line.
Damn.
Like, I can watch it and I can recite it. I haven't done it in a while, but when I was younger, up until like 17, 18, from line to line, I can recite the entire movie.
Bro, what'd you think about the new one? Not to cut you off, but I don't know. What'd you think about the last one that came out?
It's okay. It's one of those movies that I you know, like a lot of these movies that have sequels, you can't beat the first one. The second one might be okay, but like if you go any more than like 3, it's like, you know, like for me, I hold highly fucking Rocky, like the Rocky series.
Oh, for sure. That's just
anything after 3, it's just terrible. Even the Creeds, even the 5 when he came back, it's terrible. It's okay if it's on, I'll watch it, but it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit like the first two and the third. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's something about the originality of it, and it's like, you know, you're drawing out the same story or adding different elements, and it's like not even the same movie anymore.
True.
Look at Fast and Furious. Who the fuck watches Fast and Furious? I'm gonna dedicate an episode to Fast and Furious and how shit it's been since after Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, bro.
I don't care what anybody says. These motherfuckers about to be in space soon or some shit. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Bro, you're gonna bring a Challenger in space? Like,
what some fuck? Unrealistic ass shit in that, bro. Like, what the fuck is
we got FBI agents and assassins and shit. It's like, what the fuck? What am I watching? Am I watching Ninja Gaiden or am I watching, you know, Fast and Furious? Like, what the fuck, you know? Then they got The Rock and they got the transporter in there and shit.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place, bro.
For real.
So Scarface, Toy Story, and then it's a tie between, I don't know if you've seen this movie. You ever seen the movie Tremors?
No, but I've heard about it. I heard that shit.
If you like old retro movies, this movie when I was a kid used to come on all the time at my grandparents' house, and I used to watch it all the fucking time. It's just a movie about these big monster worms that are underground, and like, again, there's like 4 of them, but the first one is the OG greatest, but the second one does slap too. But the first 2, I advise you to watch it, especially if you like those. That's like came out early 90s. But like that whole story of it, it's great. It's got Kevin Bacon in it. I forgot the main guy's role. Who's the main guy? I forgot his name, but it's a great fucking movie, dog. It's a tie between Tremors and Top Gun. Shout out to Tom Cruise.
Yeah, yo, they coming out with a new one, but again, like you said, that shit's not gonna hold a candle to the original, probably.
You know why they're doing this? Because it's called Top Gun. They just wanted to get some money.
Of course, bro. You already know.
Tom Cruise done did about 30 fucking Mission Impossibles, and all them shit's been ass since the first two. I can give you these examples all night, bro. All night. First two Mission Impossibles were fire, and then like he's like on Mission Impossible 11. I'm like, come on, bro.
Like, what?
Put that shit on Netflix, y'all. Get the fuck out of here.
Make that shit like, you remember how they used to do? Make that shit direct to video, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, straight to DVD,
Straight
bro.
to
Don't even waste my time, because ain't nobody gonna see that shit in the movie theater, bro. Like, yo, let's go, Jam, let's go see Mission Impossible 14. Jam gonna be like,
What
are you fucking serious, bro? They still making that shit? Yo, don't judge me.
Motherfucker's still alive. What the?
don't judge me. Don't judge me. But with that being said, it's time for the motherfucking rapid fire questions. These questions are just gonna be random as hell. Whatever comes to mind will be your answer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with the most randomest question. What color is your toothbrush?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm going super random today. I'm trying something different.
Well, I try to change my shit every month, bro. So I think right now that shit's red and white. I think because I just recently changed that bitch. Yeah, it was red and white.
That boy got the 4th of July toothbrush out here.
Hey, for real. Hey, keeping the theme. You know what I'm saying?
For real. What is Jam's dream job?
My dream job, anything in the entertainment industry, man. Not porn. That shit sounds like. I feel like that shit sounds like porn. Like in there.
Ooh, you could do porn too. You can do porn too. It's just gotta be you and your old lady though. Don't be pushing no buttons. She gonna hear this podcast and have your ass after this shit.
Hey man, we thinking about doing OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? No.
There it is. Hey, them motherfuckers banking. I'm about to tell my wife the same shit when she get home. But like shit, I just read real quick. I just read an article that I think like there was like an OnlyFans that was making like $50K a month, bro.
Damn.
A couple.
Holy
50
shit.
fucking K a month. What am I doing, dog?
Bro, for real.
What am I doing? Like literally, you go buy yourself a decent ass camera, and you're good. I mean, the rest is already in the bedroom. Imagine.
Bro, what's wild about that shit too, man? It's like, because that's just like a subscription base from what I see. And
facts, yeah.
Bro, some of these fucking females be, bro, not for nothing, but they be charging more than Netflix fucking subscription, bro. I don't know. That's just kind of wild, bro. Like, fuck.
They be taxing, bro. They be taxing. I remember my wife's probably gonna kick my ass. I remember seeing somebody on Instagram and they had an OnlyFans link in their account, in their bio, and I clicked it and I just babe, listen, for informational research purposes only, okay? I clicked it and that motherfucker had the nerve to be charging people $29.99 a month.
Get the fuck out of here. Hell no.
That's my Spotify, Hulu, and Pandora. Like, I don't even have Pandora no more. I'm just trying to name something on the low end. Like, one of my fucking video creator apps or something, like $2.99 a month or whatever. That's like all of my apps combined a month to watch your videos and man, I'm straight, bro. They got the internet. That shit on the internet for free. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, she better come through for that price. You better come through one of the nights. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. I better for $29.99. I better get at least a sandwich or some shit. God damn. Come get this sandwich, daddy. I'll be right there. Fuck that.
Crazy as fuck.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero?
Say Batman and I'll close this shit the fuck down.
Nah, hell no. No, you know, at one point I would have said Batman, to be honest, but then nah, fuck that. I can't say Batman anymore. That shit's changed. Bro, you know, I'll say Spider-Man. I've always been a big fan of Spider-Man. I'll say Spider-Man for sure.
I fucks with Spidey.
Yeah.
My favorite, he's not even a superhero, but my favorite is Deadpool. I got him tatted.
Yeah. Deadpool
is the man. Like the OG originator of Marvel that can cuss and was killing and had blood in his comics and all that dumb shit. So shout out to Deadpool. My dog Wilson. What is your favorite hobby rather than podcasting?
Favorite hobby? I want to say, and this is gonna sound wild, bro. This is left field as fuck, but I like collecting like vinyl records, bro. That shit sounds mad hipsterish. I know. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what? You have a record player?
Yeah, I got a record player, man.
You know what's funny, real quick? My homeboy, just like upgraded his vinyl system and shit like that, and he's been sending me videos on IG and shit. Shouts to my boy Casey,
Yeah.
who's also been on the podcast.
Oh,
He collects them, and he plays them and stuff like that. And I actually told him I used to have a record player.
yeah.
I wanted to get one and do the same thing, and I told him that I was gonna start maybe trying to do like a vinyl exchange between me and him.
Oh, dope.
And yeah, like sending, because of COVID, man. COVID makes you think of these fucking ideas, bro.
For real.
You got some dope shit or whatever, like old Jay-Z album and shit like that, or old Eminem album,
Yeah, bro.
whatever the case may be, and those a lot of those albums I've never heard on vinyl, and for those people who don't know music, it definitely sounds different.
Oh,
It
for sure, bro.
definitely sounds different.
Yes.
So just take it from us that if you have a good ear in music and been around music, it sounds totally different.
It
So
does.
like I told him, I was like, I'm gonna buy one, and then we can like mail each other the fucking different albums and shit, and we can like come off of the top of the dome with like different shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
bro.
dope. Hey, that's dope that you do that, because I'm trying to get into that again too. Let's get like a little nice speaker set up and
Yeah,
get me
man.
a nice little record player and shit. So
Bro, and what I love is that it's making like a comeback, because there was a while that, of course, like, CDs came after, and then of course you had the MP3s and all that shit. So, but I'm seeing it more and more, bro. I went by Target the other day. Fucking Target selling them now, bro. I was like, what?
that's where I used to get mine.
Yeah.
I used to get mine at Target.
Yeah,
in
bro.
front of the CDs is where they sell them. Well, at least the Targets that I went to by my mom's house.
Yeah.
That's off of what is that? I think Sterling University, the Super Target.
Oh
They
yeah, I
have-
know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they have the vinyls right next to this, like where they have like the new release CDs. It's
Yeah.
the next row over, and as soon as you make that right in the front, it's
Mhm.
all one wall of like random vinyls.
Yeah.
I bought at the time, I don't have it anymore. I sold it on eBay. I had like a Forest Hills Drive from J. Cole,
Yeah.
like one of the first Kiss albums,
Oh shit. Nice.
Van Halen,
Damn.
all types of shit, bro. I was heavy into that shit. I like that shit a lot, bro. Ain't nothing like, it's a different feeling than like popping in the CD or pressing play on Spotify.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you go in there and you put the vinyl on, you put the needle on, and you hear the before it comes on and shit. It's a
Yeah.
whole different feeling, bro. I respect that shit.
And
I'm
the
gonna
look
get
of
back
it
to
too,
that.
bro. I just like the big ass, the big sleeve of it, like the cover.
Yeah, the aesthetics of it, and
Yeah,
even the
man.
record player too. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, you don't see those. It's like an antique, and they
Yeah.
even make more modernized ones.
Yeah, yeah.
For to make not to make it to where you can't have an older vintage one, which is even doper.
Yeah.
But like, they make modern style looking ones that you can like connect to like different devices and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty dope, man. I
Yeah.
dig that. I ain't gonna bash you for that shit at all. Fuck that.
That's what's up, man.
I used to collect yo-yos, bro. Let me
Yo-yos?
throw that
Oh,
in there.
shit.
I used to collect yo-yos, bro.
Damn.
Like 8th grade to like 11th grade, and I'm 33 and I still collect Pokemon cards to this day. So holla
Oh
at me.
shit. Damn.
Holla at me. But yeah, yo-yos was probably the weirdest one. Yo-yos was
Yeah.
a big thing for me in the 8th grade. I learned all the tricks. I was fucking pulling hose at 8th grade. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, man. I used to fuck with the yo-yos too, bro. I used to like them shits. The ones that used to light up and shit. I used to like them shits.
Hell yeah. Or the ones that used to make the noise. I had one that was
Yeah.
called, I forgot what it was called, but it used to make noises and shit, like weird noises. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Bro, the simple times, bro. Now these kids, all they got is iPad, fucking phones and shit.
Yeah,
No.
hoverboards and shit. Fuck out of here. I had skateboards.
Yeah, man.
What is your biggest addiction?
Biggest addiction. Damn.
You better say your fucking wife.
Oh. Yeah, my fiance, you already know. Baby, I love you. No.
shit.
No, of course, man. I mean,
Uh,
that goes without being said, of course, that's like my rock.
I was just joshing.
Nah, but it's true. I gotta acknowledge it. No, but biggest addiction. Damn, that's a good one. Shit, man. I'll say something simple. I mean, it sounds really basic, but just music, man. I can't live without music. I gotta have.
yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've noticed, bro, like, when I go through shit, like, when times are rough or whatever, bro, music, if I don't have music playing, bro, I totally notice the difference. Like, as soon as I play, like, a dope-ass song or something, like, even if it's, like, a smooth melody or whatever the fuck, bro, I instantly start feeling, like, a little bit better. I don't know if it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's...
Nah. Music is one of those things that it touches the soul, bro. Like,
Of course.
I've said it before 1,000 times on all my podcasts, dealing with artists, and it's just something that it's something about somebody being able to make music and help you understand like what's going on, or have them agree like to what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Like, you know, like I said before, like there was times where I was down and out, deaths of friends, families, the times where like I almost ended up, you know, breaking over with my wife, you know, some very tough times. And Mac Miller was to this day is like the biggest inspiration to when I'm having a very bad problem. Like, I don't know if you listen to him or not, but
yeah, man, of course, definitely.
Yeah, when you get the chance, like if you can, like, just listen to Circles and Swimming, like, without any skips, bro. I'm telling you, like, Circles came after Swimming, but Swimming was like around the time where I was going through a lot of shit. Like, a couple of my friends passed away from OD and drugs and shit, and then, like, you know, I said, you know, the personal stuff with my wife and shit, and man, Swimming from front to back was being played like nonstop, like nonstop. Like, you remember, I don't know if you remember, like at the end of the year last year, that Spotify came out with this thing where it shows you like your stats or whatever, and it said like who you listen to the most and like what percentile you land in.
I know what you're talking about.
I had Mac Miller number one, and I was in the 1% of the people that listen to Mac Miller on Spotify. That's how much I fucking jam that kid, dude. But music is big, man. No matter how you look at it, I use it to clean. I use it to jam out, to drive. When I'm feeling down, when I want to get hype, you know, back in the days when I was a kid, I used to put on the John when I was about to go fight somebody. I mean, it plays its parts, man. So
true.
I can dig that. I can dig that most of all.
Man, for me, just real quick, like, you know, like you said, you were talking about Mac Miller. For me, bro, I don't know if you like him, but not a lot of people are big fans of him. But for me, that person was Kid Cudi, man. Like, I relate so much to the shit that he's been saying. So
yeah, I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. Man on the Moon is always being played.
Yeah, man, that's like,
especially in this household.
That's my guy right there, bro. Especially
Kid is nice.
Yeah, when I heard the first song I heard from him, that really was like, you know, opened me up to him, was Soundtrack to My Life, bro. Because the fucking shit that he talks about, bro, I could feel like that shit is so on point with my life. You know what I'm saying? Even to the shit that he was saying, having 2 older brothers, all that shit. I have 2 older brothers, like, you know, it was like so on point. I was like, holy shit, bro. It's like, so it's kind of interesting when you hear somebody, you know, perspective that's similar to yours or their experiences. So yeah, man.
Mine was Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, Pursuit of Happiness was dope too,
man. That whole album goes hand in hand. That's another album like High Hold Swimming that you can just listen to front to end without skipping.
For sure, bro.
You know,
definitely.
It's just like it's untouchable, you know. So yeah, Kid Cudi's cool, man. Shout out to Kid Cudi, bro.
For sure.
What is Jam afraid of the most?
What I'm afraid of the most, let's see. Shit, man. I would say, I mean, I always give this answer, but I mean, it's true. It's truly how I feel, and it's like, just passing before I really reach like a full potential or somewhat of my full potential. That, you know, I believe, because one thing about me, man, if there's one positive thing, I mean, I could say about myself, you know, self-love, it's like, I know that in my head, like I know that I have something to offer the world, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be, like I said, whether it be music, shit, whether it be this podcast thing, if Lord willing, if it gets better, if it goes to different levels, like, I know I have something to offer, you know, whatever lane it is, I know I have something. So, you know, when I find that, and, you know, I just want to be at the best level of it that I could possibly get to. And then I feel like, okay, then, you know, I could pass on to my next life or whatever, you know, wherever we go when we pass away. But I would just want that to have that satisfaction, you know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest fear, just like dying, you know, before I could accomplish anything dope like that, you know what I'm saying? Sounds dark as fuck, but, you know.
Nah, hey, man. I honestly, like, lately, I don't really have like a greatest fear, but like if I had one, it would be this. It would be obviously similar to yours, but if I was to pass away and nobody like care, Like nobody
Yes.
show up like the people I think would show up to my funeral.
Yeah. I feel you.
Obviously, the biggest thing to me of that is that the mystery and the aurora of you not knowing who's gonna be there
Exactly.
is what scares me. Because like obviously, if you wake up today, you can see your wife, you can see your kids or your friends or whatever like that. And you all see them physically, but like when you pass, and then you don't know anymore because obviously you're not here, so you don't know who or what happens after you pass.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know who's gonna actually show up and give two flying shits
I feel you on that too.
I passed away. If that would probably be my only biggest fear, because like I mean, other than me being afraid of cockroaches, and I work in the sewer department, which is ironic. You know?
Shit.
Yeah, I work in sewer, and I see cockroaches every day. But like, I'm petrified of I hate them. I hate them with a fuck. I'm okay with snakes and like big dogs and shit like that. If I ran into a bear, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. But like cockroaches, man.
Bro, for me, it's the rats, bro. I fucking hate rats, bro.
I've ran into them too on my job. I seen rats and mouse and shit in the lines. Yeah, man. I'm just glad we don't live in NY because they're huge.
Oh, bro. Holy shit. I've seen them, bro. That's like a whole fucking dog, bro. You seen them shits?
They're like Great Danes out there in the subway, bro. I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. Give me Stuart Little. I'm straight, bro. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah,
God damn. What is these are simpler. Like, what is your favorite number?
7.
Is that just because it's like the lucky number?
Nah, it's because my birthday's actually on May 7th. So
okay.
I kind of tie to that, and I've actually had like situations in my life where like the number 7 was actually in my favor. I know it sounds not to get superstitious or some shit, but like I've noticed, like for example, like one time I was walking like in some line, and I found like $20. And on the fucking floor, I think it was like some parking lot. It said number 7. Little shit like that. I mean, that's just one example, but I mean, it's always been like a constant. I don't know.
That's the universes lining up.
Yeah. So,
I dig it. My favorite number is 3, and my shit is the most basic understanding why, because of fucking Dwayne Wade. Holla at me.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's it. Holla at me, bro.
I respect that.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpowers be?
Flying.
That's so generic, Jam.
Nah, but bro, think about this shit. Bro, think about how much money you'll be saving on fucking not having to take fucking airplanes and boats. I could get to fucking Japan, like I'll just fly to a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Yeah, you're right. So, I would take super speed.
Oh,
I like to be
going
fast.
too.
I was always fast when I was a kid, and obviously I got older and my knees are starting to show age. But I was fast as shit when I was a kid, bro. So
yeah,
I miss being super fast, but
yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, mine's super generic too. So what the fuck I'm talking about? I got 2 more.
Okay.
This one's pretty fucking cool. I don't want to toot my own horn, but what fortune would you want to get from a fortune cookie?
What fortune?
Yeah, like what if you crack that bitch open right now and it just had a piece of paper? What would the fortune say?
Don't worry, 2021 is gonna be better.
Facts, yo. Shout out, yo. I'm about to order Panda Express right now. See if I can get that shit.
Nah, man, nah. But if I had to pick something for sure, I would say, I mean, something simple again, bro. But it could say some shit like "Great things are coming." Just stay focused.
I could dig that.
Yeah,
some little bit of motivation, inspiration.
True.
Okay, and the last one.
All right.
I need to download a drum roll because I need it.
I got you,
for real, right? If you won $1 million today, what would be the first thing you buy?
First thing I'll buy. Shit, the first thing I'll pay off my debt, bro. You know, student loans, bro. That shit's still kicking my ass, bro.
For real, facts. Yo. Get all the bills out the way.
Yeah, get that shit out the way, for sure. And then, I'll think about my mom's first. I'll get her something, probably like a nice little place for her. And
okay.
Yeah. Well, you said just the first thing, right?
Well, I mean, you can. I mean, $1 million is a lot of money. So, I mean, you're not gonna
Yeah,
spend
no, I got
all
distributed.
hundred, all the $1 million on damn bills. Obviously, we ain't got that much bills, but yeah, that'd probably be the same thing too, man. Clear all my debt, get my mom and dad a nice house, go buy me a nice ass house.
Get some land, probably. That's probably what I'll do. Get some land.
Yeah, I'd go up north and get some like mad land, build my own house from scratch. And then I'd put certain amounts in stocks and bonds, and then put the rest away.
For sure.
Try to build up on some stock numbers.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's so crazy, bro. I've been getting into stock lately, man. And bro, I just see like how Amazon is booming, bro. I just were to think, if I got into that shit like when this shit first started, bro, you know how much bank we will have.
Any of that shit, bro. Like Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, any of that shit, dog. Because those are like the pioneers now.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Nobody really uses eBay that much. You know, like nobody really. I mean, people use like official websites like Target and shit like that. But why when you can buy this shit off Amazon and get it in 2 days, bro? Like these motherfuckers ain't playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I first got Amazon Prime, I lost my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I rhymed. It was like $9.99 a month. I'll try it out for the first month. I think it's like the first month you get for free back in the day, and then like I just got it just to fuck with it.
Yeah.
And I remember I ordered some stuff for the studio, and they're like, "Oh, if you click Amazon, you'll get it in 2 days." I was like, "Bitch, you lying? Ain't no fucking way." I'm used to waiting like 3 or 4 or 5 days, you know, tops, you know, unless you have to pay like $50-$60 for express.
Right.
So I was like, "Fuck it, I got it. I'm gonna try it." And that shit came in 2 days. I ordered it on Thursday. That shit was at the crib by Saturday by 6 p.m.
That man was shocked.
I was like, they is not playing. So like, I mean, like it's crazy how like a lot of that shit. Same thing with YouTube. Like when you go to watch stuff, like I don't, like a lot of people don't know, I don't have no cable in my crib.
Yeah.
My wife and I watch everything on Hulu and Netflix. And then me, I'm a big fucking YouTube and Twitch guy. Like I watch everything on YouTube. Like everything. If it's something that's on TV, it's gonna be on YouTube, obviously.
I feel you.
But like I watch content creators rather than actual TV shows. I hate watching the fucking news.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like everything that's reality TV shows fucking trash.
Oh,
you know, it's
trash.
like
fake as fuck.
Yeah,
too.
it's all like diluted and like fake as fuck. I'm not in the mood for that shit. So like I strictly watch like, you know, and anime and professional wrestling, but they all have apps. Obviously, shout outs to WWE app and Crunchyroll. So I can see where you're going with that, because I wish I could just get into something like that before it like fucking blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if you just put like 10% on that shit, you'd be fucking,
bro. I'm telling you,
bro, you'd be floating, bro, floating. You'd be like them guys on YouTube in the commercials, like, you know, like you know, have you got a Ferrari yet? Nah, nigga.
For real, bro. Holy
Follow me and I'll show you how to get these millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh shit.
that's crazy, man. Shout out to Amazon, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is fucking crazy. But,
taking over the world, bro, little by little.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna hit you with the mission. I'm gonna hit you with the mission. Past respect.
Oh,
we've reached the end of the podcast. It was
shit.
great to have you, my man. Long time coming.
For sure, man.
If you want to give anybody some shout outs, and if you want to give everybody any of the links to your socials, you can do that now.
Absolutely. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to, of course, you know, my co-host John.
Shout out,
looking
John.
Out. This man got so many damn shout outs this episode, bro.
For real, man. Shout out, John. One more time for the good one time.
Nah, to John. Let's see who else. I'll shout out my fiance, because you know we did mention her as well. So shout out to her. You already know, babe.
Facts.
And yeah, I think I'll just keep it short like that. You know, everybody tune in the Splits Podcast. Follow. We got our IG page going. You know, at the Splits Podcast. My personal page is iBEJAM, and my co-host is JBA1101. Check us out. You know, like I said, you know, we're just getting started, but give us a chance. You know, check us out. We got a long way coming, but you know, check us out. We're gonna try to put out the best things we can out for y'all. So yeah, bro.
Facts, big facts. Yeah, so check them guys out. You guys already know how to follow me. This ain't your first rodeo. We're creeping up on 20 episodes, my first 20 episodes. So everybody that's been on here, you included, and John and everybody. I want to give a big shout out to y'all guys. And for those who were asking about the episodes before jams, I'm trying to work on a way to get them guys back on before the end of season 2, which is rapidly creeping up on me, which is crazy. So again, big shout outs to everybody that tuned in. Shout outs to Jam, shout outs to Splits Podcast, shout outs to John. Make sure the guys check them out. They're real cool. They got their own IG, they got YouTube popping, they got videos, everything. So make sure to follow them. Jam, has been a pleasure, my man.
Hey, again, appreciate it, man. Like I said, bro, I like what you're doing. Keep it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're an inspiration for all of us, man, starting out in this shit, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've complimented you, all this shit. Like, I like what you're doing with the music. You know, your whole setup is dope. So shout out to you, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna see if I can get both of you guys. I'm gonna call it the Can We Split It podcast. Damn, come on, man.
Damn.
Come on, man.
Come
on. Come on, man. Where's my shit at? But yeah, so like I said, everybody follow him, follow me. I want to give a shout out to everybody again that stopped by. Keep you guys updated on the next episode. And that's it, Jam. We out, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. Peace.